Hey Switch fans! Welcome back to SwitchTop. Today we're looking at the top 15 biggest open world games you can play on your Nintendo Switch. These games give you huge areas to explore and lots of freedom to play how you want. Let's dive right in and see which massive worlds you can take with you on the go. Subnautica drops you into an alien ocean world after your spaceship crashes. You're the only survivor and need to explore the underwater world to stay alive. You start with almost nothing and have to collect materials to build tools, equipment, and even underwater bases. The ocean is split into different areas, from safe, shallow waters with colorful fish to super deep, dark zones with scary creatures. Your main goal is to find a way off the planet, but to do this, you need to dive deeper and uncover what happened to people who were here before you. The game doesn't tell you exactly where to go. You explore at your own pace, managing your oxygen, hunger, and thirst while scanning new technology. What makes Subnautica special is how it combines beautiful underwater exploration with the constant tension of being in a place where humans don't belong. Assassin's Creed Black Flag puts you in the boots of Edward Kenway, a pirate sailing around the Caribbean during the golden age of piracy. The game gives you a massive open world with tons of islands, hidden coves, and big colonial cities like Havana and Nassau to explore. The main thing that makes this game special is your ship, the Jackdaw. You can sail freely across the ocean, attack other ships for their cargo, and use what you steal to make your ship stronger. On land, you climb buildings and run across rooftops using simple parkour controls and fight using swords and pistols. The story follows Edward as he gets caught up in the ancient war between assassins and Templars while trying to get rich. There are tons of side activities like hunting, fishing, underwater diving for treasure, and finding old maps that lead to hidden gear. The Outer Worlds takes place in a future where big companies control everything in space. You wake up from a long sleep on a colony ship and discover things have gone very wrong. The game gives you several planets to explore that aren't as big as some open worlds, but they're packed with interesting places and people. You create your own character and choose skills like shooting, talking, sneaking, or science knowledge. What makes this game fun is how you can solve problems in different ways. You can fight your way through, talk your way out of trouble, or sneak past enemies. Your choices really matter and change how the story plays out. You'll build a team of companions who each have their own missions and personalities, and they'll comment on what you're doing. The game has a unique look with colorful planets and weird alien creatures, plus a good sense of humor that pokes fun at big corporations. Skyrim puts you in a huge fantasy world where you play as the Dragonborn, someone who can use the power of dragons by learning special shouts. The open world is one of the biggest on Switch, with snowy mountains, dense forests, open plains, and underground caves and ruins to explore. You can create your character from different races like humans, elves, or cat-like Khajiit, and play however you want, as a heavy armor warrior, a sneaky archer, a magic user, or mix them all. There's a main story about fighting dragons that have returned to the world, but the game lets you ignore that and just wander around finding your own adventures. You can join different groups like the Companions, Fighters, the College of Winterhold, Magic Users, or the Thieves Guild. The game is packed with side quests in every town and village, and you'll constantly find new locations just by walking around. Even after finishing the main story, there's still hundreds of hours of things to do. Pokemon Legends Arceus takes the Pokemon series in a new direction by sending you back in time to the Hisui region, which later becomes Sinnoh when people were still afraid of Pokemon. Your job is to create the region's first Pokedex by catching and studying Pokemon in their natural habitats. Unlike older Pokemon games, this one has large open areas where Pokemon roam freely. You can see them in the distance, sneak up on them, and throw Pokeballs without starting a battle. If they notice you, you might need to dodge their attacks in real time before catching them or sending out your own Pokemon to fight. The battle system is faster than regular Pokemon games, with a new turn order based on speed and move styles that let you attack twice in a row or hit harder but slower. As you explore the different areas from snowy mountains to beaches, you'll uncover the mystery of strange rifts in space and why certain Pokemon are going crazy with red eyes. Breath of the Wild completely changed what Zelda games are like by giving players a massive open Hyrule to explore however they want. After waking up from a 100-year sleep, Link learns Calamity Ganon has been trapped in Hyrule Castle all this time while Princess Zelda holds him back. The game lets you go anywhere you can see. If you spot a mountain in the distance, you can climb it as long as you have enough stamina. The world is full of puzzles called shrines that give you spirit orbs to increase your health or stamina. What makes this game special is how everything works together in a realistic way. Metal conducts electricity, fire spreads, and can cook food. Ice melts in hot areas, and wood floats on water. You can solve problems in creative ways using your Sheikah Slate powers like stopping time, making ice pillars, or controlling metal objects. Weapons break after using them, so you're always finding new gear. You don't have to follow the main story. You can try to fight Ganon right away if you're brave enough. Dragon's Dogma. Dark Arisen starts with a dragon stealing your heart, and somehow you survive and become the Arisen, chosen to hunt down the dragon. The game has a big open world called Granseas with forests, beaches, mountains, and dangerous dungeons. What makes this game unique is the pawn system. You create a main companion who fights alongside you, and you can also borrow 2 more companions created by other players. Your character can pick from different classes like Fighter, Strider, Archer, Dagger, User, Mage, or later advanced classes that mix these skills. The combat is really fun and lets you grab onto big monsters to attack weak spots. You can climb up a Cyclops to stab its eye or hang onto a flying griffin as it soars through the air. The game has a day-night cycle that matters. Dangerous undead creatures come out at night, and traveling in darkness is scary without lanterns. The main story sends you all over the map, but there are also many side quests and super tough optional bosses hidden in the world. Divinity Original Sin 2 is a huge fantasy role-playing game where you play as a sorcerer, someone with magical powers in a world where that kind of magic is now banned. The game starts with you prisoner on a ship heading to an island prison called Fort Joy, and your goal is to escape and figure out what's happening with the evil Voidwoken monsters attacking the world. What makes this game special is the freedom it gives you. Almost any problem can be solved in multiple ways using your character skills or just creative thinking. The combat uses turns where you and your team of up to 4 characters use positioning, elements, and special abilities strategically. Elements work together in cool ways. You can make it rain, then zap the water with lightning to shock everyone standing in it, or freeze water to create ice surfaces. You can play as one of the pre-made characters with their own stories, or create your own. The world is massive with several large regions to explore, packed with quests that often have surprising outcomes based on your choices. Outer Wilds puts you in a small but incredibly detailed solar system where you're an astronaut from a wooden technology alien race going to space for the first time. Here's the twist: the sun explodes every 22 minutes of real time, sending you back to where you started, but with all the knowledge you gained. It's like a detective game where you're piecing together the mystery of an ancient alien race called the Nomai and why the sun keeps exploding. Each planet is small but packed with amazing details and puzzles. There's a planet that's constantly falling apart into a black hole, twin planets where sand moves from one to the other, and a water planet with massive tornadoes. Your ship is simple to fly but takes practice to land properly, and you have tools like a scout camera, signal scope to track music, and translator for alien writing. What makes this game brilliant is how everything connects. Something you learn on one planet often helps solve a puzzle on another. There's no combat or upgrading. Your only weapon is knowledge. The Witcher 3 is a huge open-world game on Switch, putting you in the boots of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter with special powers who's searching for his adopted daughter, Ciri. The massive world has several huge regions, from the war-torn countryside of Velen with its swamps and forests, to the medieval city of Novigrad, the islands of Skellige with their Viking-like culture, and the beautiful but dangerous duchy of Toussaint from the DLC. As a Witcher, you track and hunt all kinds of monsters using your special senses, potions, oils that make your sword stronger against certain enemies, and magic signs like fire blasts or mind control. The game is packed with stories big and small. Main quests can change the fate of kingdoms, while side quests often have surprising depth, like helping a man whose frying pan was stolen or investigating a haunted tower. Your choices really matter, changing how people treat you and even who lives or dies by the end. Even after 100+ hours, you'll still find new contracts, treasure hunts, bandit camps, and monster nests to clear.
Oh no, Desimir's got that look.
What did you expect?
Red Dead Redemption puts you in the boots of John Marston, a former outlaw forced to hunt down members of his old gang in the Wild West of 1911. The game's huge open world spans from dusty deserts and rocky mountains to small frontier towns and ranches. As John, you can ride horses across the land, hunt animals for pelts and meat, play poker and other mini-games in saloons, take on bounty hunting missions, or just explore the wilderness. The simple controls let you shoot with your cowboy guns, use Deadeye to slow down time and mark multiple targets, and make choices that affect how people see you. You can be an honorable hero or a feared outlaw. The story follows John's struggle to protect his family by doing the government's dirty work, but you're free to ignore the story for hours and just live the cowboy life. The Switch version includes the zombie-themed Undead Nightmare DLC, giving you a whole new way to experience this classic Western world.
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet bring the Pokemon series into a true open world with the Paldea region, a place inspired by Spain with snowy mountains, beaches, deserts, and cities all connected without loading screens. For the first time, you can go anywhere you want from the start. If you see a mountain in the distance, you can head straight there. The game changes the Pokemon formula by giving you 3 main story paths you can tackle in any order: hunting down giant Titan Pokemon, battling Team Star bases, or finding and defeating special gym leaders. Your Pokemon now appear in the overworld, and you can send them out to automatically battle wild Pokemon or gather items. The big new feature is the Terrastal phenomenon, which can change a Pokemon's type in battle, adding a new layer of strategy. You can also explore with up to 3 friends in multiplayer, having picnics together or raiding special Terrastal Pokemon dens for rare rewards. No Man's Sky might be the biggest game ever made, with over 18 quintillion procedurally generated planets to explore. You start with a broken spaceship on a random planet and need to gather resources to repair it. Once your ship is fixed, the entire universe opens up for you to explore. Each planet has its own unique landscape, weather, plants, animals, and resources. The game lets you play how you want. You can be a trader buying and selling goods between star systems, an explorer discovering and naming new planets and creatures, a fighter taking on space pirates, or a builder creating your dream base. The main story follows the mysterious Atlas path, but you can ignore it and just wander the stars. The Switch version includes all the major updates that have added space freighters, underwater exploration, living ships, settlements to manage, and even giant sandworms. What makes this game special is how you can land on any planet you see without loading screens. Just fly down from space and start exploring. Tears of the Kingdom builds on Breath of the Wild's massive open world by adding even more vertical exploration with floating sky islands above and a dark depths realm below the surface of Hyrule. After Zelda disappears and an ancient evil returns, Link must explore this expanded three-layered world to find her and stop the spreading corruption. What makes this game amazing are Link's new powers. Ultra Hand lets you build almost anything by sticking objects together, from simple rafts to complex flying machines. Fuse lets you combine weapons with objects to create powerful new tools. Ascend permits Link to move upward through any ceiling, and Recall reverses the movement of objects through time. These powers give you incredible freedom to solve puzzles and navigate the world your own way. The game rewards exploration with shrines containing puzzles, hidden Korok seeds, and rare materials to upgrade your gear. The story takes you all over the expanded Hyrule as you try to uncover what happened to Zelda and stop the evil Ganondorf. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition offers one of the most unique and massive open worlds on Switch. The entire game takes place on the bodies of two frozen giants, the Bionis and the Mechanus. You play as Shulk, a young man who can see the future after grabbing a special sword called the Monado. The world is incredibly vertical. You'll climb from the giants' feet all the way up to their heads, with each body part being its own huge area with unique monsters and landscapes. The battle system happens in real time, where you position your character to use special arts with cooldown timers, while your team members fight using AI. What makes exploration special is how the time of day changes which monsters appear, and high-level monsters roam freely near weaker ones. You might need to sneak past a level 80 monster when you're only level 15. The story follows Shulk and his friends as they seek revenge against the machine race called the Mechon, but it grows into something much bigger about the nature of the world itself. The Definitive Edition adds better graphics, a new epilogue story, and quality of life improvements to this beloved RPG.
All right, it's on.
Let's see what you've got.
Assault hammer!
And there you have it, 15 of the biggest open world games you can play on your Nintendo Switch. From the Wild West to alien planets, from the expanded Hyrule to the bodies of giant beings, these worlds are waiting for you to explore them. Which of these massive worlds looks most interesting to you? Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite or which one you want to try next. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content. Until next time.